College is so fun that Lori Loughlin paid $500,000 just to get her kid into SC, right? Not even Ivy, not even Stanford, probably not even UC Davis. It's SC, I got it, it's fine. $500,000. What was her punishment? 2 months in prison, camp, right? Where she got to read books all day and work out and get a good night's sleep. I homeschooled my kids for 14 months. That's not a punishment, that's a reward. I would have killed anyone in this room for those 2 months. John Mulaney was the smartest dad of all. I'm drinking red wine. He's like, dude, you need an 8-ball and head back to rehab for 3 months. I was like, genius. He went full-blown coke addict. Crazy, man. I would have loved to see him in like the, the little trust circles in the rehab where they're like, John, how are you feeling today? Oh, man, I feel great. You should have seen me a couple weeks ago at home with those kids. I was in hell. But now here with you people, I feel great, man. I feel great. How about a cup of coffee? Sounds super, man. I like that. Fantastic. You know what they should have done to Lori Loughlin, right? You know what her punishment should have been? She should have had to homeschool that kid. All 4 years of college, right? That kind of writes itself, right? Wouldn't it have been great where you have to see Olivia Jade come to her mother with her course schedule for each semester, and Lori Loughlin's like, oh, God, what do I have to teach this semester? Advanced calculus, Mandarin Chinese, ethics. And by the way, that kid rows crew. I don't care if it's in a rowboat behind the house in the pool. 6 a.m. every morning, I want to see that kid out there rowing with Lori Loughlin as coxswain yelling, stroke, stroke, stroke. We could have homes on separate coasts, go dive in Greece with squids. Could have been so bleeping rich, but instead we had kids. They won't smile for a photo, they won't eat the food we choose. That's why we're heading to the Parents' Lounge to drown ourselves in booze. Every day we're more exhausted, we haven't slept in years. They hit me in the nuts so bad, my eyes filled up with tears. And yes, we'd like to fake our death, go off of the grids, but the truth is we are softies and we truly love our kids. So join us every Tuesday night to laugh at all our pain. Evening in the Parents' Lounge is the cure to staying sane. Welcome to another edition of the Parents' Lounge. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm Jamie Kaler, joined as always by my pal Jason Gowin. How are you, buddy?
Hello. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. We played that opening clip from my album, Homeschool, that came out.
Dude, that thing's rocking.
It's doing great, but it makes me laugh because every time I see that little photo up in the corner, this photo, everyone's like, oh my God, that's such a great photo. I literally shot that on my iPhone one morning before I beat the shit out of a restoration hardware lamp. Like, it was in the middle of homeschooling pandemic, and I lost my mind. And I was like, get over here. And I took that photo in portrait mode on my iPhone, and that became the album cover. Isn't that funny?
That's fair. That's fair. How was your week?
It was actually, the kids are back in school, so life is somewhat normal. We have the most amazing show tonight. My buddy who's in the green room right now, Mr. David Koechner, is joining us. You'll all know him from Anchorman and The Office, and literally Saturday Night Live. Every comedy show that's been made in the last 25 years, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. And I live near Scranton, so he's basically like the Pope here. Like, he is a god in this area. So
he would not have to pay for drinks in your area, I don't believe.
Are you kidding me? You didn't even have to pay for drinks in our area.
I know. And I have no credits to speak of. So he would be treated like a king for like months here. Please, I had like a couple episodes of Will and Grace, and I think I got free filet mignon. That dude, they might just give him like a car. Like, here's a car.
Just a random new car right off the lot.
He shows up, they're like, here's some luggage, here's a trip to Cabo. They just duke him out for the week. So we always say we're going to chit chat beforehand. And is there anything you want to get off your chest before we bring Mr. Koechner in?
No, we should. I mean, the people want to see him. People get tired of
honestly, that's why I'm here this week. Without further ado, we'll go into some of the smaller things that are my favorite things on earth that he's done that made me laugh so hard. But here's his greatest achievement, 5 kids. I believe it might be more. He has five children, which is the reason he's here. So we're not going to talk too much about his history. We're going to talk about his fathering. So please welcome Mr. David Koechner.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, gang, I got a couple more kids in the queue, if you know what I'm saying.
Do you? Honestly, after this show, a lot of people might be messaging in to go like, hey, I remember one time he did a show locally here in Kansas City, and I believe he's my father.
I'm just saying in the queue. I haven't made them yet. I got the batter ready.
You're mixing up. You cracked a couple eggs, and you're mixing up the batter?
Always got a mixer ready. What's that smaller thing that when you're not a cement truck, but the one where they do it on site, that mixer, the cement mixer that's on site, it's a smaller barrel.
Like a smaller portable one.
Yeah, what's that called? Jason Gowin.
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Jason, Dave Koechner. I forget, Jason, that you don't know these guys.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, man, how are you?
Good. Small.
It's a beautiful view of your neck.
Thank you. Cement. I got 2 screens going here. Mixer. Don't you guys have a young person who's doing all this shit for you?
Yeah, we have a fact checker right now, but they only check facts about political stuff, so they don't know much about Lowe's. I got a guy from Lowe's on speed dial over here. Why don't we check him out and see how that plays out?
Oh, there it is. Yard Max. Backyard
Max.
Electrical. I don't want cement mixers. I want a damn name of it.
I think at this point, Dave, you might. I mean, any name you come up with, a fluffer gun.
It's a plaster. God damn it! I want the name of it. Cement mixers. That's all. That's all it says.
You're at such a high level in Hollywood that I get a guy with a wheelbarrow. And
that's
like
a wheelbarrow type portable cement concrete mixer.
Yeah.
Towable steel drum concrete mixer. That's what I got in my bag, my ball and my yarn ball.
I'm
mixing up some cement, not cement.
No.
I'm mixing up semen, boys. Is this a family show?
No, God, no, not anymore.
No, let it rip, man.
You want to see how hey, fellas, you want some dad cred?
Yeah.
How's that grab ya? Goddamn readers.
I mean, at least you're not holding them like this.
Goddamn readers just broke, boys. Hey, Jason Gowin. You in the reader category yet? How old are you?
I'm 44.
You wearing readers yet, Jason Gowin?
No, not yet.
How you going, Jason?
I'm okay.
Dude, you should just, what you got to do with the hat? You should have a line of Koechner caps, we'll call them. And what they do is they have readers like this. And then when you flip your head, they just pop down and then you can read. Dude, this writes itself.
You've got an innovator right here, Jason Gowin.
What?
Do you say Gowin?
Gowin, yeah.
Does anyone say Gowin?
Yeah, always when people first meet me, that's what it always is.
You know what I like to say? Hey, Jason, how you going?
It's going okay.
All right. Going like Gowin. Who's got gallons of semen? I got some semen in the old mix.
Let me ask you a second. You have 5 kids. You even have a set of twins, and you have some more batter ready to fire away. Like you're just doing a.
Tell you what, I gotta knot these things up because, God damn it, if I look at the person wrong, they might just get pregnant. That's how fertile I am going.
Well, David, I've been next to you. There's a presence to you. You're a large man. You're 6'5".
There's an allure, yeah.
Dude, you're a big dude. Yeah.
Not look me in the eye too long. You could get yourself a tubular pregnancy right there in your vas deferens.
Will this work? Because I had the vasectomy. Will this still work?
I'll try it.
What I understand too is with you, it doesn't have to be injected. It can just be it's a respiratory. People can get pregnant through their lungs with you, is what I've heard. Is that true?
If I take it out and aspirate it, it might just happen. Yeah. Do you have a nebulizer, Jamie? Do you have a nebulizer at your house?
No. I have like the little the spa thing that makes it smell like patchouli. Yeah, I have that. I like it.
JG, do you have a nebulizer? You have
kids? Yeah, we have a kid with breathing problems, so absolutely.
I thank God had a nebulizer. I got the COVID this past summer. Fuck you, Missouri. I grew up in Missouri, so I can say it. I took my kids to Missouri this summer, family reunion.
Sure.
I already had the Johnson vaccine, least effective against the Delta. Go to Missouri, right there in a hot spot. I didn't know, of course. Gal darn it, if I don't come back with the Delta. Put me on my ass going for 2 weeks, me and my oldest boy. Toward the end of it, it's supposed to last 10 days. Fucking 14 days later, I'm coughing so much the neighbors are calling. Swear to God. My ex-old lady's out of town. So I go over and get the nebulizer, grab 2 packs of albuterol. I go albuterol and what's the other one? Prednisone.
Prednisone, yeah.
They're both expired 5 years. I put them in the darn thing anyway. I huff on that for 15, 20 minutes every day, twice a day, because my doctor told me to. Put that cough to shame going.
Yeah. I love when people say stuff like that's expired. My wife one time threw out salt, like Morton's salt. She goes, "It's expired." I go, "It's fucking salt. It's literally from the dirt. It's from the earth. It's salt. It doesn't expire. If you put it back in and somebody mines it again, they're just going to put a new expiration date. It's salt."
What'd you say to her, James? Did you say, "Woman, how are we supposed to get ahead? You're throwing away the salt, woman." See how that sells tonight in bed.
No, I'll try that.
Woman, I've been thinking about you all day.
After I do that, listen, can I crash at your place later tonight? Because I'm definitely going to need a place to stay.
Yeah, he's going to need to.
You know what you're in danger of? Inseminization.
Honestly, I expect some lawsuits after this where people will say he virtually impregnated me.
I don't know, when he was staring into my eyes, I felt a little something. So I might even I'm fixed, and I think it might happen tonight.
Yeah.
You might feel a little pain there in your vas deferens.
So 5 kids, David. 5.
All day, every day. It's my first thought in the morning, my final thought when I'm trying to wrestle that Sandman.
And then when you wake up in the morning, you're like, holy shit, I'm here for another day. Wow, didn't expect that. And then I'm back with 5 kids. That's how I feel every day when I'm like, oh my God, I'm here. We're doing this again.
People say, how are your kids? I said, I think all the boats are heading in the right direction. They're afloat. They're pointing out to sea. Which one's got their sail fixed today?
I love a good Marlin Spike seamanship reference. I love to go to sea, man. Honestly, everything's at sea. It makes sense to me.
Get your bearings, kids. Sounds to me like you're hitting rock again.
Mr. G next to me has a set of twins. So when he heard you had twins, he was blown away.
How old are they?
They're 2.5.
Oh, shit. Can I give you advice?
Yes, please. Yes. Because to be honest, I'm not sure I'm going to make it through them.
You're going to make it, but here's the advice I can give you. They don't want to be taught anything together. That took me a long time to figure out.
Okay.
Time to learn to catch a ball. Well, that lasted 5 minutes. Why are they both mad? Time to learn to ride a bike. Good God, they both threw their bikes down. What happened? I wasn't even yelling. It's because they don't want to do it together. They have to do everything together. But so when you teach them things, do it separate.
Okay.
Hell, I'll do it. Send them my way.
All right. No, I'll drop them off tomorrow.
What do you think about that, Goins? You want me to teach your kids a few things?
Yes, I do.
Did you just reduce the size of the screen?
We added, what we do is we have people, everybody wants to do their comments. So listen, everybody who has questions for Mr. K, please start lighting it up.
The old pulverizer. Not a question, more of a comment. The Goldbergs. Yeah, I'm on it. No, I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan. My fake character, Bill Lewis, is a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm not.
Kansas City Chiefs, brother.
Boy, we're hurting. Yeah, that's just us lying in wait. It's nearly a crime how we're going to storm the rest of these teams.
Brian's giving you, he's giving you a throaty.
Throaty LOLs. You want to give me a throaty? That's what I'm thinking Brian in a camp wants to do. This is a family show, right, James?
Yes, honestly, David. I apologize for Brian. We'll have him escorted out of the building.
Yeah, that
throaty, Brian. $15 is my charge. What do you charge, Brian? You want to get in competition? I'll pop you in less than 2 minutes. I got a callus on my left hand. People aren't expecting that.
Oh, I thought you're using your hand in 2 minutes with your hand? Wow.
That's part of it. I'm not going to do all the work with my throat.
You shouldn't have to. You're a guest here.
Gum. Jay's always trying to give away one of them.
Oh, one of my kids. Yeah. Do you have one that has less soul than the other?
Less what?
Less of a soul, like a darker, evil one.
That's what their dad's here for. I'm just trying to be the cautionary tale for my kids. Don't do what your dad did. I haven't pulverized in a while. Thanks. Ha. I haven't offered anything yet, Michelle Pulver. What do you want to pulverize? I got a cement mixer. I got a semen bag full of mix that needs to be taken care of. Good God, guys, this is not a show you're going to offer to your fans.
Well, they're staying.
Dave, by the way, this is live. This is going now. Which, by the way,
I assume this is for adults, isn't it? Kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then.
Have fun. Let it rip.
I got a clown with a shotgun over my right shoulder. What are they expecting?
One of the locations is Color Me Mine, but I don't think there's any kids in that place, so that's not going to be a problem.
Color me mine. Put that ceramic tool down.
All right.
Topics. Here we go. Let's get back to PG.
So here's what happened to me this week. We just brought you in because now we're going to talk about what happened. Okay, so my daughter last night, she came in and she was really like scared and everything. She's like, I have to tell you something.
Age?
6 years old.
Oldest, youngest?
She's the youngest.
All right.
Oh, fantastic questions. Honestly, the way you're asking the questions, it feels like you're going to give the perfect answer.
Redhead?
Yes, of course she's a ginger. Okay. And this is going to be all part of your new childcare book that I think will be out within the next few weeks, I believe. Dave Koechner will raise your kids for you.
I joined the stream on Bag of Seaman. Good job,
Welcome
Melissa.
to the show, Melissa.
You got to give her a nickname, too. Peltier. I would say Pelted. Melissa's Pelt. Ooh, Melissa's Pelt is kind of dirty.
Old sheepskins here. All right. We're going to stay on theme here, guys.
This hour is going to fly by. This hour is going to
comes in.
Right, so listen, my daughter, Dr. Koechner's in the house. My daughter comes in last night, and she's really scared, and she doesn't want to tell us. She goes, I have to tell you something. And we're all like, what? 6-year-old little girl. She's like the little Brady, where she's got the little lispy thing. And she's like, yep. And she comes in, and she goes, out of nowhere, like 8 o'clock last night, she goes, I swallowed a penny. And we were like, what? And she goes, I swallowed a penny. And we go, oh my God, we're like, my wife's already like calling the ambulance to come or something because she's crazy. And she goes, not tonight. She goes, I swallowed it. And we said, when? And she said, she told us a time. She goes, it was when I lived in the other bedroom. And that was before the construction. So it was at least 10 months ago. She swallowed a penny. And my wife all night, It was like the daughter was trying to torture my wife and say, hey, I just want to make sure you're not going to get any sleep tonight. I swallowed a penny about 10 months ago. And of course, I'm like, she'll be fine, whatever. And I'm like off to sleep or whatever. And the whole night, my wife's like, you think she's going to be okay? Of course she's going to be. She's made it 10 months. She's going to be fine. But she made me call the doctor at like 9 a.m. this morning. The doctor's like, yeah, it passed. Trust me, it got through. And I was like, fine. Have you had stuff like that where your kids have done insane swallowing?
I'm waiting for you to tell the rest of the joke.
There is no joke. It's just a horrible story that happened to me last night.
Oh, a penny. I shit a $1 bill. I'm a money factory. God damn it. That's what I expected out of you, James.
That's why you're here, brother. Listen,
did drop the ball.
I'm the setup. I'm pure. When you're here, I'm pure setup, man.
Hey, Dad, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
When I swallow pennies, how come I keep shitting Susan B. Anthony's?
I would drop a Krugerrand. I dropped a Krugerrand a couple weeks ago.
I shit Bitcoin. Well, you're right, because Bitcoin ain't nothing but shit, son. Now go back to bed.
Have you had that with your kids where it's like, have you had like there's big,
no.
did you see the photos where people have like swallowed light bulbs or a gerbil something?
They swallowed a gerbil?
No, I did have a son that kept fucking flushing Legos.
Oh.
And that you can't get a Lego past the toilet. It's like, dude, come on. Because I've got every manner of plunger. You know the steel rod with the long coil that you can really push through?
The snake?
Well, yeah, but there's the snake and then there's the handheld snake, right?
I have a handheld snake, but you kind of crank it.
Yeah.
Well, that's one you can put on a drill, but there's also one that's in a sleeve and you shove it. It's nearly.
It's funny. I hand cranked it. Now that you say drill, I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't I use a drill?
Well, because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that well. God damn it! I'm trying to run two computers here.
Go.
Plunge.
Are you day trading in Hong Kong as we speak?
Yes. Metal plunger. What's the name of it? You're.
Are you fact checking yourself?
You damn right I am.
You need to make sure that you can, in fact, hook it to the drill.
Do you know there's a stainless steel plunger? That's not what I'm looking for. Metal plunger looking thing. Thank you, Internet. There we go.
Dude, how are you not like a 24/7 reality show? Or just you should be like, you should just have your own show where just a crew follows you around and we get in, you and Joe Walsh. I always thought Joe Walsh was like the most interesting guy on earth.
Life's been good to me so far.
Yes. Well, we'll all just sit. Everyone just relax for a second.
We'll just relax. I mean,
we'll take a minute. Dave's going to do some research. It's no big deal. We're just live.
We're just here.
People should know this one. What's the darn thing called? Well, fuck it.
Maybe somebody in the audience knows.
Yeah, does anybody out there know?
Any comments or questions for Dave Koechner tonight? No. So, listen, the question
what happened to the glasses?
I was delivering my middle daughter back to her house tonight, took my glasses off, pop. She goes, Dad, what the heck? She didn't say heck. We curse in my family. Said, cheap glasses. What are you going to do?
Well, that's another good point. I actually curse in front of my kids. And
I do too. It happens. What are you going to do?
I'm not saying like motherfucker. I'm not dropping some major bombs, but I'm
not
dropping
to see you next Tuesday in front of those kids until they're in their teens.
I've walked in and been like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
I've said the SH word many times in front of them.
Yeah.
To the point where they're like, whatever. I think it's good to get it out of the way. Otherwise, it's like this tantalizing tidbit that they want to use. But later they'll be like, I don't understand what the big deal is. I've heard that my whole life.
Did you know? You've tried to make it very normal around here so that he doesn't think it's a big deal, so he's not tempted to use it.
Are you referencing only one of the twins?
No, I have a 5-year-old who's older.
Oh, okay. I thought you already clearly had a favorite.
Oh, no, I do.
We all have favorites, don't you?
You don't have a favorite?
Pause.
Did we freeze?
No, I swear to them all I love them exactly the same.
But the truth is, you know better.
You want the truth?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like any of them.
I mean, honestly, some days, I get that.
I don't like the little one. I just don't trust him. We call him the Dark Lord.
I take them each one aside in a closet and I'd say, I rather you weren't here. But you are. So we'll deal with it. We never had this conversation. I swear to God, you better not tell your brother and sister about this.
Do they tell them or do they keep? They go. I mean,
I don't know yet.
I mean, you're kind of. Oh.
It's called
I gotta get rid of it.
You got a heavy female audience here, fellas.
Yes, we do.
Are they all
mostly
single?
moms.
Are they all single? They like that married
Any single moms out there who like a guy who's committed to 5 children? Anybody?
And he's got a cement mixer load ready to go.
Bag.
The batter ready.
I've got a girlfriend and I'm crazy in love with her. So
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
I'm not on the market, not shopping, not looking. I am so in love.
Is it like the first time? Is it like the first time?
Yeah, it is the first time.
It's okay. All right. Show to
So
the
I'm lucky. I can't wait to see her in the morning. I love seeing her at night. I love waking up and I'm holding her hand. I mean, it's just one of those. You're like, wow, awesome.
Melissa likes the guy with an extensive plunger collection.
She's 17 year and old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my kids too. It's because of my wife. I think she's trained them to go through like each wipe has to be a full roll of toilet paper. That's part of the problem, I believe.
That is an issue, though. I mean,
it is an issue here too.
When you talk about wiping, oh, by the way, if you start having gastrointestinal problems as a child, that will continue. So have it looked at early. And the other day for the first time I was at a studio. What were we doing? Some voiceover, I think. Can't remember. No, it was a different studio. They had one of those little stools underneath the toilet that you put your legs up on, like they do in foreign countries, which is a more natural way to vacate.
Yes, vacate.
Yeah,
oh, that's. I went on a vacation a couple hours ago. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sure.
But why don't we have that here naturally? They sell those things as an accoutrement. We should have a set of stirrup right there on the edge of your toilet, right?
We fought over a bidet. I wanted a bidet, but my wife, she
said no.
Wait, what was her reasoning for not wanting it?
She's got, I don't know. She's got issues. I don't know.
Well, we have water issues out here in California going.
Yeah.
I take Squatty Potty. There you go. Susan Holzhauser. Rapier. I hate to say that last name. Good God. I hope that's fake.
It's rapier than most. But
I hope it has to do with her
rapiest. It's not.
I hope it has to do with her wit.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Let's go with that.
The brevity of the soul, as you will. Dag. Oh, from whatchamacallit. That was a movie.
Oh, I thought it was David Alan Greer's show, Dag.
Oh.
Were you in that show too?
No, I was in Barnyard, and I was a character named Dag. Bad guy.
I haven't even looked at your IMDb lately, but last time I checked, it was probably 2,700 different shows.
Just over I'm over 200, but they're not all listed on there yet.
No,
they lag a little bit.
That's why when we go through your resume, I'm always like, what other shows? Like here's what I will tell you, because we all we go into audition for these things, and then we see you on them, and of course, why did we even audition? Like you're like people go, look, our writing's not quite funny enough. We need someone who's going to come in and make this funny. There's a handful of guys, and you're one of them.
I'll tell you this.
Some dudes are naturally funny. Some dudes but somebody needs some scripts. But you, dude, are seriously funny, and that's a testament to what the lunacy that you bring.
I once did a show. I'm not going to mention what it was, and I got offered the show, and they auditioned tons of people, and I heard about it later because when your friends I went in for that. You're like, oh, and I know this. Had I auditioned for the show, I wouldn't have gotten it. The sides were terrible. The
Superior Donuts, and I auditioned for it. It had to be, right?
I'm not going to tell you.
We won't say, but yes.
I mean, the sides were so bad. You're like, no one can get this. There's nothing here.
Yeah,
it wasn't that. It was something else.
It was something else. But they're trying desperately to.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always amazed when anybody quits like a hit show. You're like, it's such lightning in a bottle to get.
You quit a hit show. You're a just straight up dumbass. I can't. You know who was the luckiest man in show business who got a second bite? That red-haired guy that likes to wear sunglasses and solve crimes.
David Caruso.
Yes.
After quitting NYPD Blue, and they told him, they said, don't hire him. He's a pain in the ass. And then they hired him. But he's really good. He's
20 years on on CSI.
And he was good on it.
Only to torture people.
The best one is Cheers. Shelley Long left Cheers. You're on like one of the greatest comedies of all time. And then you're like, nah, I'm good.
Damn.
No.
She John Gruden that, didn't she?
We were going to talk. Actually, it's on my list of things to talk about. Because did you see Chappelle's new special about the
I
whole
heard about it.
It's about.
You couldn't miss it today.
I heard about it.
It's really great. And he's just, the problem is as a comic, and we've toured and I've seen you do live stuff, and we're comics. You can't say anything anymore. And obviously we're not condoning Gruden's comments. What he said was horrible and very
racist. He got caught twice.
Yeah.
There's one thing. Well, here's the problem. He never recanted what he wrote.
Yeah.
He never said, I shouldn't have written that. He said, I'm not this or that. Well, let's talk about what you wrote.
Yeah.
The mea culpa would be, I will live the rest of my days trying to show you that's not who I am. I will do everything in my power every day to prove that I'm a better man than that. I have made a mistake because it's right there in print or whatever, in electronic print. But that wasn't said. He didn't say, he said, I'm sorry to the fans. No, you didn't apologize for what you did. You just keyed my car. I'm a better person than that. I would never key a car. You did it. Apologize for keying my car.
But I didn't mean to key. I was keying it in the moment, but I'm not a car keyer.
How about the irony?
He's not a habitual keyer.
The irony of the Washington Redskins pushing out the emails. We're the racist team, and we're going to tattletale on this guy.
Yeah.
It's not mea culpa. Okay. It's mea culpa, but whatever. I like how your gang does jokes here every once in a while. Do you guys write down the material you get from your crew?
Yeah, we have
my whole album.
We're not that
next
funny
album
by
is going to be it's called it's called Comments, and it's not
Comments.
one word of it, and it's just saying other people's comments. And
what were you going to say about Gruden there, James?
He got he's getting canceled, and
he can't come back from that. He can't get a job. You can't go back.
No, he's over. He's retired at 58. It's over for him.
His second job was broadcaster. Nope.
No.
He's probably already in the Hall of Fame, right? I think he is.
Dude, he's gonna be hanging out. Matt Lauer, Kevin Spacey. They're gonna have a poker game somewhere, and that's the end of it. But they're all multimillionaires, so they're fine. Yeah. I don't know what the answer.
Well, I mean, if he wants to get back in the best way, going, hey, let me fall on my sword and see if I can recover in a way to help people, not to make money, but just go, okay, yeah, I screwed up bad.
Yeah.
So, but everybody can have redemption. But you have
that's the thing, man. Nobody's allowed redemption anymore. It's like,
you can if you work at it.
I guess. Yeah.
If he goes out and works at it and said, this is my life's mission now, to educate and say, don't be as ignorant as I was. Yes, the things I said were wrong. I said those things. Let me investigate how to be better. I mean, that's the thing to do.
Do you think with our kids coming up that I know that they're in a different era because, dude, when you're the same as me, when I was a kid, you could go into Spencer Gifts in the mall and you could get a book called Polish Jokes, Irish jokes. You would open it up and you go, "Hey, did you hear about the Polish terrorist who blew up the car? He burned his mouth on the tailpipe." Da-da-da-da-da. And there was like a book of it. And then there'd be Irish, why was alcohol invented? So the Irish wouldn't rule the world, and so part of me is like, yes, obviously everything that, especially his comments, are just terrible. But can we all learn? Like, I'm trying to teach my kids to take a joke. They're redheads. And my daughter came home and she's like, the kids are picking on me because I'm a redhead. I go, how, if somebody's picking on you, the way to deal with it is to go along, to yes and it. I used to bounce at a bar and this guy, we had a fight. We had to throw him out. And he's go, "You're a giant pussy." I go, "Dude, I'm the greatest pussy you've ever seen."
Yes.
Honestly, Guinness is coming by next week because it's a question. I'm 6'1", but they're saying that I am literally the largest pussy on earth. And the guy's like, "What?" And then it just evolves from there and no fight exists.
They want to see how much I can hold.
Joke.
Yes, I agree. Fairest in the land, boys. I'm nearly translucent.
Yes.
But you're right. Then they've got nothing. Plus, the other thing, it's hard to tell a younger person, like, if someone's making fun of you because they have self-worth, they have self-worth problems. So they try to put that on someone else. But it's hard to get them to understand it. The only thing you say, like, are you okay? I see you're making fun of me, which is a reflection on you. Do you want to talk about something?
Yeah. And how about a hug? How about a big hug sometimes works.
I'm not going to hug you. I'll never invite you over to my house because you're real trouble. But anyway, I hear you. You're making fun of me. Yes, they're all laughing. But really, it's you, the one that's still crying inside. All right. And you're bad at math. All right, let's go.
Yes. And the problem is, if I say anything, people are like, oh, you're just an old white guy. You don't know shit anymore. But, I think we're preparing kids to go out in the world and feel privileged. Dude, I don't know about you, but this past week, my sparkless water just didn't get delivered on the day. And I called them and they said, we don't have enough drivers. Nobody wants to work. And I go, well, you didn't think to call me and say I'm not getting the water? And they said, we don't have enough people to call you. And then DirecTV was supposed to come by yesterday, just no-showed. And I called them and they said, oh, yeah, we don't have enough. Nobody wants to work. I was in Detroit shooting something, and the restaurant was closed on Wednesday. And I knocked on the window, and the woman said, yeah, we don't have enough staff.
Wow.
People are just staying home with their parents. Nobody's working since the pandemic, and people are done. And they're like, I'm out. I don't give a shit anymore.
Good time to get a job, I'd say.
It's good.
Yeah, I just assume those things will all correct themselves.
I guess at some point, but I feel like, especially with my kids, like even taking them to soccer and stuff, they just are so privileged that I feel like they're going to get out in the world and go, hey, I was promised a piece of cake. I'm confused. Where's the cake?
It occurs to me when I'm standing in line in a different town at some coffee shop that's not one of the regular commercial ones, and it doesn't quite run as smoothly as I want in my head. And there's 4 kids in front of me in their early 20s, and they just can't figure out what to order. Yeah. And I turn back at the guy behind me who's in his 50s, like, wow, we're in trouble. And he goes, yeah, right. But, it's that thing of, I remember last night I was driving home. I was listening to radio, NPR, Egghead. They were talking about slackers. And remember, there was a term for these kids 20 years ago. They were called slackers when we thought it was all over then. So they'll all figure it out. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Somebody has to step up and make the money.
Right. I mean, sooner or later, the parents are going to get tired and boot them out. I mean, you can't.
Yes. We can't all live on forever. Can't all live on our TikTok account.
Wait, you can't? Well, oh, gosh, I was just posting God dang it.
Jamie, we're too old for TikTok.
Dance moves.
Yeah. I love when guys my age are like, I'm on TikTok, man. It's really, I'm starting to get pretty big. I got some moves.
Jesus.
No, you're not. So with 5 kids, I mean, I got 2, and it's hard enough to motivate one to go. I mean, is it 5? Is it just like 5 pigs running away from you in the farm, where you're trying to track down each one and go, wait, what are you up to? Are you in sports? What are you studying?
If I was better equipped as a Mark Twain, I'd say, well, they all have to run back to the teat at some point. If you will withhold it, they'll do what you tell them.
Yeah. I mean, it must be hard though to keep, because I'm the youngest of 6, and my father, he just drank Schlitz and smoked cigarettes every night at the kitchen table and just had his head down of for the love of God.
I'm the third of 6, and my dad made us start working very early. I started working for my father when I was 7 years old. So I have never been unemployed in my life. I've always worked. So I just assumed, and I've been very fortunate in show business, and I've always worked. I just assumed my kids would see how hard I'm hustling and working, that they'd go, oh, I see, I have to work. And my fault was I let the pendulum go too far, because I really did not like how I was forced into labor so early, and how the rules were just all work. And I let it swing the other way, and I didn't force them to do enough. So I had to tell them now, you're spoiled, right? And they'll go, yeah. I said, okay. Because at some point it's going to be hard. And I'm not going to be, the thing is, at some point you just go, you're paying rent. That's what I did to my oldest boy. Yeah. That's the way it goes. You're done with school now. You're at the age you would have been done with school, because he's going to be an actor, we hope. So, but at that point, there's no college. This is the age you would have been graduating college. You're paying rent. You're getting a job. That's it. And that's the way it went.
So was he working?
Yeah. And he likes it.
Oh, that's
I loved
good.
having a job, dude. Didn't
Of
it?
course.
I
That's
worked at McDonald's when I was 16. I loved it. I loved it.
What was your first job, Jamie?
My first job, I worked in an auction house at like 14 in like Hooksett, New Hampshire, like moving stuff, and I would find old Playboys and like throw them out in the back. And then at 16,
Nice.
I was at McDonald's. My father was a car salesman. He made me work at the car wash in the middle of winter in New Hampshire for like, I'm going to say like $3 an hour, like insane low money. I did not like that job that much, but every other job, I've always felt like a sense of accomplishment anytime I've worked on basically anything. Jason, you?
My first job was on a farm, tending hay, like getting hay out of the hayfield as a kid. So I was like,
Up in bales.
Yep, that's exactly what I used to have to put the bales on the wagon. So that was my summer job for a whole up until almost the end of high school.
Dave, what did you do at 7, man?
My father was a manufacturer, so he had a metal fabrication plant. He manufactured livestock trailers for turkeys. So at the beginning, when I was 7, my job was like clean up the toilet, right? Clean the bathroom, clean the office of the manufacturing plant. And then, a little later, you'd stack scrap metal here or there into buckets, stuff like that. Dangerous.
At 7.
Yes.
I have a 7-year-old. She can't find the toilet. She can't even find the trash can with a cotton ball in the
So
bathroom.
you wouldn't trust her to stack sheet metal then, Jamie?
No.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, nowadays, you can't put a kid out here. It's damn dangerous.
What, did you grow up in the 1860s? Were you on a farm?
1860 and 7.
Was John Steinbeck writing about you at the time? What is happening, dude?
No, it was what's his name? God damn it, Upton Sinclair.
Upton Sinclair. Oh, Upton Sinclair.
There you go.
Very hoity-toity. That's funny, dude. What was your first like in your teens when you had a job and you were like saving money to buy a car to take girls out? What was that job?
Well, I worked for my uncle Emil at a gas station beer joint restaurant. So there'd be gas pumps out front, and we had a beer joint there, and they cooked burgers and fried food and steaks. So you might be out there grilling. You go take someone's order, put a hamburger on the grill, hear the ding ding from now. The old days, somebody else would pump your gas, kids. There's an air hose. If you ran across this air hose, a bell would ring. So I'd go outside, pump gas, go inside, flip the burger back over, make his change, take that back out, go back inside, put my hands in the sink where the dishwater was because there was no automatic dishwasher, finish up, do the bun, boom, 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 go serve that burger. No one died.
Immune systems were stronger back then.
I'll bet that was a damn good burger. By the way, this is Missouri, right? This is Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri.
Tipton right there at 5.50.
Missouri boat ride. Nice.
Get plenty of characters there, I'll tell you that. Oh my
That's
God.
awesome. So listen, let's go back to jobs for a little bit. But because here, I mean, it's so funny. I had such a work ethic when I was a young man. And I mean, obviously then did you go to Chicago to then start doing improv?
No, I did. I was a poli-sci major. I went to Benedictine College in Atchison, Kansas for 2 years. It was a Catholic college. My parents insisted I go to a Catholic school. And then I went to the University of Missouri for a year. I was a poli-sci major and realized, oh shit, I'm not going to make it as a politician because I like people. I don't like screwing them over. So I quit going to classes so that you tend to fail out. And then I went with a buddy of mine. I knew about Second City because I'd read a couple books about Saturday Night Live. This is before the internet, kids, so you had to actually do some research. And
I don't understand the concept.
I know. A lot of them had gone to Second City, so I went, and I didn't know how this worked. I went there, saw a show, was blown away. Then I left, and I saw that they had this big poster. They taught classes. I was like, oh, that's how you get here. So I went back to Columbia, Missouri, where I was living, working 3 jobs, saved up my money, came back to Chicago, started taking classes.
Who was in your classes back then?
Chris Farley, Pat Finn, Tom Purcell, who's the head writer for Colbert. I mean, the people I came up with, Jamie, are the people you know,
Yeah.
but it's the who's who. there was such a confluence of talent such as never been before and never will again. It was me, Carell, Colbert, Polar, Faye, Brian Stack, you probably know, genius, Andy Richter, Rachel Dratch, Horatio Sands, Adam McKay. God, the list goes. I keep saying I'm going to write this down. Write the list.
It is kind of it'll be revered as a golden era. You know, when I got out of the Navy, I was like late 20s. I was almost 30, and I was in San Diego, and I was such a fan of all the Second City stuff. I'd seen a show. I almost moved to Chicago, but I felt like I was so old at 30. I was like, I can't start this now.
Yeah,
so
you
I
can't.
went to LA, but I always loved, and doing My Boys in Chicago and stuff.
Yeah.
We would go to Second City, and there's just it's electric. And then all of a sudden you see the talent that came out, and they're still coming out of that place, man. It's just a gold mine of improvisational talent. So, yeah. That's
so true. It's
true.
I
think anyone who, and I even saw one in Toronto. I went and saw one when I was in Toronto shooting something. And I was, when you're a kid, you don't know that even exists. Well, you do now because of Saturday Night Live. But back in those days, sketch and improv was still like this mystical world of like, wait, are they making this up? Now we know from Whose Line Is It Anyway or whatever show, but none of those shows were on. So when you went to see a show and you were like, people would leave and go, no, that's scripted. And you're like, no, dude, they made the whole thing up. They would be a herald of some sort. And your mind would just boosh.
Yep.
You see these people. It was fantastic, dude. I mean, for me, I still look back to that era of doing improv and sketch and just the camaraderie of it. It's kind of lost at this point, but back at that time, it was like, oh, we did a show in front of 12 people, and we crushed it. Let's have fun. It was gold, man, gold.
Yeah, I'm 59, still doing long form improvisation. They didn't have that back then. Nobody that old was still doing. No one, of course, long form didn't really exist back then, but that's the best part. Beer Shark Mice, kids. If we ever get past
that, because actually, Pete Holney's been on the show. Pat Finn's a good friend, and Neil Flynn, of course, from every
Half
show.
The crew.
Yeah, Paul Valancourt and Beer Shark Mice. Still, even when I moved to LA, actually, it was one of the first groups I saw, and I was just blown away. And I was like, because the five of you guys always just, you were so in sync that it was kind of cool. Yeah.
How did that group come together? Like, how did you guys form that?
Well, we'd all known each other for a very long time in Chicago. Came out here and it's a different animal. So you kind of have to go, well, we're not going to leave this to chance of just showing up at the theater and going, who's down to play? So we created our insular group, and we're all friends. And so we just created that group. Holney did kind of pull it together because he likes the credit. But that's true. So yeah, it was just the five of us, and then it got to a point where someone was always missing every week, and Paul Valancourt is a brilliant improviser. So we brought Paul on just because we always wanted to have, at least five guys playing. Yeah. So that's the crew. Yeah. Still.
So then all of a sudden, but here's the beauty of that. Like, you're a single dude ripping it around, and then all of a sudden you come out to LA, you work a bit, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I'm pretty established. I'm working a bunch, and maybe I should have some kids and settle down and have 5 kids. And then you're like, I have 5 kids now.
That's true. I tell you what, at one point, we did a run of shows. Beer Shark Mice did every Saturday night, 2 shows, if I'm right, I think, every Saturday for 10 years. And I think I already had twins at the point, and I'm leaving on a Saturday night to go to a show where I'm going to pay for parking, and I don't get paid in anything but booze. And the kids are going, where are you going, Dad? And then my now ex-wife said, yeah, where are you going? Really? You're going to go do a free improv show with your buddies? So after that, I stopped doing it every week. It's kind of like, yeah, I guess. But that was my bowling night, really. But it's Saturday night.
Dude, so I don't go do stand-up sets like I used to do 5-6 nights a week. I'd be on stage at least 2 shows a night.
No more,
my wife will be, but here's what she doesn't understand. The same with my wife. She's like, what are you doing? How much are you getting paid for that show? And I'm like, well, I'm getting nothing. But you know how I booked all those TV shows? You know how Dave Koechner was in all those other shows? Because he got up every Saturday night and blew the room apart. And then when he walked into a room Monday morning to audition, it's like saying to like Allen Iverson of like, why are you practicing? I guess he doesn't like practice, but other people like practice. So yeah, I mean, it's like it's a skill. It's a skill.
Has your wife read? Has your wife read Outliers?
No, but it's one of my favorite books of all time. I love Outliers. I'm a huge fan.
People say, "What's your advice? How do you become an actor?" I said, "Read Outliers." Huh? Because when they ask if advice, they really are saying, "Do you think I'm good enough?" Like, come on. I never asked advice once. I never asked anyone ever for advice on how to make it. You just go do it, right? Hi, sweetie. How are you?
It's the only way. It's so funny. People, I think when they're asking you, they're saying, "Hey, can you introduce me to your agent?" Is what they're saying.
I know, something like that. It's like, I can't. People in this town go, "How do you get an agent?" Like, I don't know. I had one when I got here. Like, I don't know how you do it in LA. I had one when I got here. So,
dude, one of my favorite things, and no one's gonna know this, but actually, you did the character on SNL. I think T-Bone, Naked Trucker, and T-Bone, which you ended up making a show for Comedy Central. But it's my favorite live show. I went to Largo, and it was you as T-Bone with the Naked Trucker playing guitar.
Yeah.
How did that all come about, man? That's still my favorite. Tell Jason about this.
I'm not familiar.
In the 90s. Was it before SNL or was it right?
You can look up Naked Trucker and T-Bone. Well, the SNL sketch I did was the Christopher Walken Executioner sketch. That's a very good sketch. So if you look up Christopher Walken Executioner SNL, that's the character. Gerald T-Bones Tibbins, the guy I met when I was working Emel's gas station and beer joint, based on a guy that used to come in there, a drifter that came one summer. But that's what that character was. Dave Gruber Allen happened to be guest writing for 2 weeks that week when I did that character. Meanwhile, he was already starting to fiddle around with this Naked Trucker character as a late night spot at Largo. And then Dave and I happened to do, then a year later, I'm on the show, and Dave and I were in a movie called Dill Scallion. And Dave was, he and I got along pretty well. And at one point, he was just videotaping the road in this big tour bus we were on for doing this movie. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm just filming some backdrop. I might put it as a sheet behind me while I'm doing my show, just to show miles and miles and miles of road." He goes, "You should come on and do your T-Bones character as a guest some night." So I did that. He'd have me on for 10 minutes. And I did it for like 3 weeks in a row. And I said to him, I said, "Why don't I just stay up there with you?" And so we were a late night show, and then we became, a mainstay, whatever it was, a early show. And we slowly put that show together. That was all improvised, basically. Then we started sitting down and writing songs, but the act was kind of just put together. We'd remember bits we did the week before that just worked. It was the oddest straight man comic ever, because the naked guy was the straight man.
He was, yeah. He absolutely was the naked trucker. And by the way, he was naked.
Yes, with a guitar in front of him. It was magic.
The guitar covered his junk, but he was naked.
Yeah, I would say probably the greatest work I've ever done. Those 8 years at Largo, doing that show, everybody tried to make it something. They never knew what to do. Then we finally got a show on Comedy Central, and that was done wrong. But I wrote, I think, 2 scripts for the thing, never got made. But it's still there. I'm still alive. So I guess I could still do it. I do toy with that. Jamie,
it's funny because back in those days you could do a show and you could slow play it and build it, and as you said, improvise it and make it up. And nowadays it's like anytime you do anything, it's the kids now, it's immediately videotaped, put on. How many views can I get? Where's the payback? There's no 10,000 hours into perfecting a craft. And that's why you can see so much white noise, and then the couple of people who pop out as the talent. Yeah. But back in those days, we'd go around to town, and everything was theater. You would see you'd see a crazy show. I remember seeing at Acme, we had Mindy Kaling's show, Matt and Ben, about the script they wrote or whatever. Uh-huh. And we would do insane. Wayne Brady was in the House Full of Honkies right after me with Brad Sherwood, and then everybody was there jumping on. And you would do your show, and then you would hang, and you go over to I.O. and you'd watch some show, and you'd be like, "Holy shit, that's genius!" The same way I go see Second City and stuff.
There was a real scene. That's true.
It was a scene.
I would say stand-up's really strong in town right now. There's so many rooms. Yeah. The clubs are. I mean, I haven't been out in a minute, but clubs are generally full. And there's great talent everywhere, so it's really cool to see everybody, hitting it. So there's a lot of great stand up right now.
Yeah,
I'm surprised this lasted this long because there's so many. You figure this is just going to be too saturated, but because there was kind of a bust in the 80s before the mid 90s, there was too much and then everybody got in it. Not everybody was good, but I think you've got so much great talent out there nowadays that, it's really very, very strong. Don't you think?
It used to be when you did stand up, people would talk to you and go like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you do that. That's so terrifying. I would never get on stage." And now you go do a show and the person after you is like a soccer mom who's like, "It's my first time on stage. It was so much fun." And you're like,
Oh my
"That's
God.
not the way stand-up's supposed to
That's
go."
right.
But yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Like everyone's done stand-up at this point. It used to be this great fear, but not anymore.
All right, Roseanne, go kill it.
Yeah, that's what's happening. So. Hey, I got a story about my kid this week. So my daughter, we're driving our neighbor to school, and it was French fries day at the school. The magic French fries on Wednesday, and everyone, you get in the little newsletter, it goes $3. You got to bring $3 in for the French fries. So I've given both of my kids.
Why?
It's the chef's special French fries snack on some random Wednesday or something.
It's a racket.
It's a racket, but apparently the French fries are good. So my daughters have $3. So the little girl, the next door neighbor, we're talking about it. She goes, "Oh, I don't have $3." So I give her $3. I said, "Oh, don't worry about it." And so I give her $3. And so this was like 2 weeks ago. And today Claire came home and she goes, "Oh, Grace gave me an envelope and she gave me my $3 back." And she kept the $3. And she goes, "I got $3. What?" And she was talking to her sister. She's like, what should we buy? And I go, "Hey, whoa, back up. That's not your $3. Do you understand the math of it?" She goes, "What are you talking about? Grace gave it to me." And I said, "But I gave it to Grace." And she goes, "I know, but Grace gave it to me."
So you got a surcharge for the delivery.
What? And so I made her give me the $3 back. I go,
"Good.
Give me my $3 back." But
you should have given her one. Should have given her $1. I'm glad she gave that to you. One more day, and I would have said, "Why don't you put your little shoulder on her and give me that money?" Threatened to break her arm.
Yeah. Actually, I made her give me $4 back. I charged a VIG.
Yes.
Daddy got a VIG on it.
Yeah. $3. It's $3.25, kiddo.
Well, listen, you got older kids than me. What are we looking forward to? Do your kids have any appreciation for $1?
No.
What are the ages of your kids?
Well, my Charlie's 22, Margot's almost 20, Sergeant and Audrey are 15, and Eve is 10. Now, Charlie does because he has to earn his own money now, so he gets it. I will say the others are really not quite there yet. Like I told you before, and it's true, I've told them, you're spoiled. You get it, right? And so there's a point where everybody has to earn their own way, and they get it. When they ask for stuff now out of the blue, like, is it Christmas or your birthday? Then the answer is no. Now, if you want to earn it, you can, but I'm not just giving stuff to you. Because for a while I would, you just buy them stuff, but now if their phone's broken and it wasn't their fault, that's incredible. That's $1,000.
$1,000.
It's not like they can earn it. And then, especially my one daughter, she's had a cracked screen for a while and she never complains about it. And I'm like, you know what? You deserve a phone. Not from AT&T, of course, because they support OAN network. I'm going to leave them this week. There you go. How you like that, viewers? We'll see how many right wingers you got tonight. Pop up there, you pop. Tell me.
They do. I saw the whole story. Yes, we're more than familiar with it.
I didn't know that, but I'm definitely leaving AT&T. And really, any of those big companies that want to put their forefront into politics like that, well, that's messy. That's a big footprint they're putting out there with that. That's if you're an advertiser somewhere, that's one thing. But if you're funding a network, that's trouble. So I am hopefully going to lead the revolt that ends AT&T for the 5th time.
By the way, you leading a revolt, I mean, that's a greenlit movie right here, right now.
It'll be loud. And the whole movie's about me trying to get people to come along with me. And nobody,
I would follow your lead.
Nobody goes, but you're like, you got to come with me, and you're leading a revolt. But it's literally,
in every movie, the hero's got to learn a lesson. I learned that I'm not a leader.
It's you. I think you have. I know you should lead.
Okay.
You get a band of, it's like the Dirty Dozen. You get a band of misfits.
All right. End of Act 1. I join a cult with the intention of taking it over and being a leader. Doesn't work. End of Act 2. Divorce. Lost kids don't talk to me. Getting a divorce. I got to find my way back just to who I am. Like, it's not about leading, Dave. It's about being.
Yeah, it's all right, dude. That honestly, we'll send you a little clip of that, and that'll be the pitch, and then it'll get.
There you go. Yeah, and it's already done for you.
Yeah, it's you with a small group of people.
Dads. It'll be a Kickstarter campaign. Let's get a Kickstarter, get $500,000, never make the movie.
No, just keep the money.
Yes.
I mean, listen, we'll shoot some video outlines maybe for a day or two, and
some TikToks.
What if you just
we'll definitely go to Mastro's? We'll have some steaks, which will be a production meeting. And
what if you just did an honest Kickstarter, like, this is just for me?
I
thought about that actually, to go. Or actually, I was going to do it as a dad and go, listen, I have 2 kids. I could really use some money. And they're like, what's it for? Just, for a day away, for me to go to like Palm Springs for a weekend and hire childcare, if that's possible.
Couple spa. I'm doing a lottery. Could be one of you.
Yeah, that writes itself, please. That's an easy fix.
Come on, gang. All right.
What's the craziest shit that's ever happened with you? I mean, it's like pennies, nothing of like emergency rooms or.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember you telling me one story about, God, you were in the bathroom or something. Your stand-up act too is so funny about all your kids and stuff. Just the mayhem of 5 years.
I don't feel like as a divorcee, I don't feel like those stories ring the same. They don't quite have the proper eclat when they come out and hit that toilet bowl. Well, I'd say one of the craziest was I didn't know my kids were allergic to penicillin. And Augmentin is a derivative of penicillin. Yes, and one of our kids had some type of thing, and they'd had Augmentin, and Sergeant's ear ballooned up like a melon, right? And he had just rash everywhere, and we rushed him to the hospital. That freaked me out. That's one of the most harrowing ones I can remember.
I know it's harrowing because there was no punchline at the end. I was waiting. Where's the shitting dollars part at the end?
Well, the thing was like, what's wrong with him? Because I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. I was so amped up. Like, what's happening with my son?
It is weird. They're like an extension of your nervous system. I feel
That's true.
For my daughter, every time she hurts, I'm like, why are we doing this to ourselves? I'm like, God damn it.
Well, here's the punchline. They did a few blood tests. I said, what is it? My son, was it the Augmentin? Is he allergic to penicillin? I said, no, he's allergic to you. And I said, thank you very much. So I haven't seen that kid since.
Dude, honestly, your presence on Zoom even is like, because you know how to hit a punchline as you come in to hit the punchline. Nobody has better timing, my brother. Literally nobody has better timing.
My bag is like a cement mixture filled with cement.
Jason, you have any twin questions? Jason's really. And here we talked about this. We did a live show, dude. We've been doing some live shows as the Parents Lounge, and
nice.
We go out, and it came out. We started talking with the audience, and the real crime about having twins is you only get to have sex once, and you have to have 2 kids for it. It's really.
And you feel my pain there because it happened to you, but yours are boy girl, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got robbed there, and I feel like I'm owed a bonus.
Well, you got 3 kids now. You've only been robbed of the rest of your life. How you doing?
And she tricked me. I mean, the whole thing was just a ruse. So,
hey, we all got tricked, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's all a scam. It's all a scam. They got you now.
When you talk to people who don't have kids, who are older, like we've talked about this. I have a really good friend, and he's like maybe mid 40s, and he's like, I don't really want to have kids, but I also feel like if I don't get married and have kids, my life is pointless. And I go, there's the dilemma.
And you
right?
go this.
He summed it up pretty well.
Pointless is fine.
Now I know, but at the time I didn't understand that pointless was fine. When you go, oh, pointless is fine. Just, hang in New York for the, just be bi-coastal, have some drinks, and then say goodbye. It's great.
Here's a joke that won't sit well with your listeners. One I came up with once. You know why men get married? Because the prospect of living a life of abject misery is better than a life of abject loneliness. A little bit of a thinker.
Not really. No, it's pretty much
No, it's
right in the
pretty-
face. No, I
pretty
got
much
it
there,
right out
yeah.
of the get-go. I used to do a joke about the fact that I got to a certain age where all my friends were married with kids. And so it wasn't really a matter of like, I wanted to get married and have kids. But unfortunately, at that point, the only single guys were kind of like the people who you didn't really want to hang with all the time. And you're like, oh, shit, I guess I didn't get invited to like barbecues or family parties. Like I didn't get invited to anything because I was the creepy, weird guy outside. And so I got married and had kids. But what I didn't realize is I was right at the age where everyone was getting divorced. And had I just waited for like another year or two, there would have been this whole influx of fish thrown back into the pond. But I'd already docked the boat and I was already like up in the clubhouse having drinks. And so my fishing days were over.
Yeah. Well, we can all find love and happiness. You can try. Have you read the 5 love languages?
I have.
It's what I tell any couple that's going to get married. Read the 5 love languages. You should not have any resentments in your marriage. They should not exist. You can't have a relationship without resentment. All you got to do is try and speak up for yourself and say, that hurt my feelings. If your partner goes, get over it, get the fuck out of the relationship. Or they go, I'm sorry, what happened? Now you got a chance for a real deep and enduring love.
I really think we need to start doing some minutes, some positive minutes with Dave Koechner.
Yes, I agree.
I couldn't agree more, man, because my wife and I talk about it all the time, and she's 0 for 5. There's not a lot of it's in beats where you're like, really? So yeah, sometimes I think we get caught up in our moments. I think that book's amazing, and you gotta find at least one way to show your love, right?
Yep.
It's better than one of the 5.
Well, so basically the concept of the book is that it gives you the archetypes of.
There's 5 ways. You want to tell them, Dave? What are the 5 ways?
Well, there's I don't know. There's acts of service. There's what's the one time spent together? But the point is this: that we all receive love differently, right?
Yes.
Okay. Something that might make you feel good might not make your partner feel good. For instance, someone brings me a cup of coffee, I'm pretty happy, right? That's all I need. Now, your partner might need a compliment. I don't need a compliment. Words of affirmation, old sheepskin's going to give them all of us to them right now. Words of affirmation.
Physical. I think physical is one of them, isn't it?
Physical touch, quality time, acts of service. Go ahead, Melissa. Give us all of them.
Is gifts one? Gifting?
Yeah.
Melissa, do you know them all? Whatever they are. I'm not getting many. I'm not going to lie to you.
Touch. Beaver pelt. You're going to give us the rest of them? Touch. That means physical touch.
Sure.
Mine is acts of harm.
Quality time.
It's still touch.
I mean, yeah, it's still.
Quality time. Go ahead, pelt. Acts of service. Come on. Hell, we're giving her half the quiz.
She's made a macrame dream catcher where it's actually all 5 of them are written into it. It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
We'll be selling them online soon.
She's touring with you and selling them at the merch table after your shows.
Yep.
There's tie-dye shirts, and it's emblazoned on the back. It's fantastic.
That's good. I'm gonna hop on
acts of
Teespring.
service.
Yeah.
You got 4. What's the 5th one? Words of affirmation, touch,
I can't remember.
time, acts of service.
Oh, 5th one is anti-vax.
It's more. I think the 5th one's more touching. I think it's heavy. I think it's heavy.
No one can remember the last one.
Isn't that still touch?
Physical touch we already got. Yeah. Someone's got a goddamn.
Got them all. I think he said them all. But yes. So yeah. But here's what's funny, dude. I've talked about this before too, about the fact that there should be a questionnaire before you get married. Like even now, I actually have a friend. They were going to a wedding, and the wedding was vax only. You had to be vaxxed to go to the wedding, and one of the people wasn't vaxxed, and there was a huge fight between the two of them because he wanted to go to the wedding, but she wasn't vaxxed, and so they couldn't go. And
fuck off.
It was a big problem, and so there should be a questionnaire because let's face facts. You meet some hottie you're attracted to in a bar. You have incredible sexual chemistry. You're like, this is working. We should raise kids. And all of a sudden you're like, wow, we don't believe in anything the same.
That's right.
Yeah, it's tricky.
That's what dating is supposed to be, but you end up getting fucked up the whole time you're dating. You don't really get to know each other. You're just having a good time. I got a boyfriend. I got a girlfriend. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Then you meet each other about a week after you're married, like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then you're married, you're like, is it possible to have sex sober? This is weird.
Right?
It feels
Wait, what's that like?
You saying everything in the Bible is literally true? That's what you believe? Oh no.
Yeah, it's weird. And then those two people are all of a sudden burdened with 3 children. And you're like, oh, they are, okay, this is happening. There's no way out. And that's why, like, I used to, before I had kids, I would see a guy who, some guy would like desert his family. I go, I don't understand that. How could you do that? And listen, I don't justify it. I don't condone it, but I understand it. I totally understand it. I would never do it, I don't think, but I totally
I
get
would.
it. I know you would.
I did.
No,
I didn't think I would either. I hung in there as long as I could. I'll tell you that.
I get it, and it is what
I
it is.
did too. I mean, I never thought, hey man, I will tell you, I was there a lot longer than I wanted to be.
But you're still co-parenting. It's just a relationship thing, but you're still involved in the parenting process.
Yeah, we have weeks on, visitation
Yeah.
stuff, sure.
But some guys, I mean, my father used to go. He used to have a running gag where he's like, "Peg, I'm going out for a pack of smokes. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it back." And it was a joke, but there's always a little truth in every joke. And part of me would go like, is that guy coming back? And now looking back, I'm like, I can't believe that guy came back because I tormented that poor dude.
Yeah. Oh, well. Patience.
There you have it. I got nothing else. Honestly, we've already gone over time, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, this was the most
much fun, man.
Beautiful chat. Listen, we love you so much. And honestly, when we told people you were doing the show, people were blown away. They're like, so excited to see you. You're just a comedy icon. And so it is crazy though. You're such a, I know whatever you're dealing with or whatever, but you got 5 really great kids, and it's pretty exciting. And it's cool.
And you
That's
gave me
true.
some
I do
pretty
have great
great win advice.
You must have done
They're
something
great
right.
kids.
You got pretty good kids, man.
That's true. National Champions comes out sometime in November. It's a movie about college players striking 48 hours before the national championship game. It is a drama. That's right. Old Fatty got himself in a drama. Also, this Christmas, a movie I could not turn down, took a small part in a movie. Wait for it. It'll be on a streaming platform. How the Bitch Stole Christmas. That's right. It's a drag queen Christmas movie. How could I not?
Nick Hoff says, but he has 6 kids.
I only have 5, Hoff. Get over here.
Just some batter in the cement mixer, ready to go.
How many shows are you on? How many TV shows are you on right now?
Just the Goldbergs, to my knowledge.
Just the Goldbergs. Until this next season comes out, and then whoever's like in dire need of somebody funny you're gonna get it. Oh, God, would it be great to just get phone calls and go, "Hey, you're working tomorrow." Yeah, that would be fantastic. Your body of work stands for yourself, my brother.
We're getting to the point where we're all going to create our own stuff, and it's going to be put in the hands of the creators, mark my words, and we're not going to need them to decide, oh, you should do this, or no, you can't do that. Like, I'm going to do whatever I damn well please. We're heading there. We're getting there. You're doing it right now.
Feel that way.
Dude, they're already there. The YouTube kids networks are trying to get them, and the guys, did you see Kim Kardashian on Saturday Night Live? Her joke was so true because she goes, normally I have 360 million people who watch everything I do. Tonight on SNL, only 10 million people are going to see this.
Oh my God, that's funny.
She goes, so it's kind of like a casual night at home for me. And it was totally a joke and it got a good laugh. But I was like, she's absolutely right. Those YouTube kids are like, why would I take a pay cut to go back to TV when I'm making way more money than anyone who's on television right now?
You know why they watch Kim Kardashian every week on her show, 360 million? Is this the week she's going to blow a dude again?
It's fair.
I mean, I don't know. It's been a long time, I think, since. And
Come on. Wait a minute. You asked me earlier how I got my start. Second City, doing hours and hours of shows. How did she get her start in show business? I blew a dude on camera. That's the honest to God's truth.
And her mother released the video, by the way.
Of course.
Wait, her mom did?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, her mother's a genius. But listen, I mean, if there was a video of me like that, and then in a few years I was a billionaire, I might not have too much of. She actually did a joke about it too. Obviously, she didn't write one of the jokes, but she said, she goes, I know most people on SNL have they're here for a movie premiere. I haven't had a movie premiere in a long time, and I mean, the last one my mother released or something. It was really actually a pretty funny joke. And I was like,
actually, a guy released in my mouth, then my mother released that. But anyway, again, this is a PG-rated show, gang.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
We'll have to go into YouTube and specifically do this one. But yes, but listen, I always try to be positive because they've whatever they've done, they've monetized it. She's an influencer, dude. You cannot argue with it.
Your kid was getting made fun of for being a ginger.
Yes.
Rise above it. If Kim Kardashian can go, I don't care if I blew a dude and everyone saw it. So what? Right? Show your daughter that.
I mean, she's 7, so I should wait a few years, though, right?
I think it's already might be too late.
He is taking things to the next level. Yes, Kyle. He is.
Yes, Kyle.
Well, don't worry. This isn't live. We'll cut this all out later, and then.
Of course, this will never air.
No, this will never see the light.
This is the last time you ever have a live guest on your show.
Dude, can I tell you? Here's our other. So we actually, that's the beauty of this is that we do it live. So Holney he was doing Springsteen for a while. We had Holney coming on. He's like, hey, man. And we had it as a Bruce Springsteen avatar or whatever. And I had Richard Marx, the singer-songwriter, on. And all of a sudden, Holney thinks he's funny, and he is just ripping Richard Marx live. He's like, hey, man, that's your hair. Hey, man, I beat you for a Grammy back in the day. And Richard Marx was not happy about it. And to his credit, I was like, yeah, Pete, you're kind of being a dick about it. But it was Springsteen, so I was like, hey, Bruce, you need to calm down. But yes, it was live. And after that night, we were like, maybe we shouldn't go live. But then we were like, no, live is everything, baby.
That's right. All right. God bless you. I love you. Gowin, good to meet you.
You too, man. Thank you very much for coming on.
Good luck with those twins.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our last show we ever are allowed to do on StreamYard. But honestly, go find Dave Koechner online. On his Instagram's amazing. He's funny. Dude, you're literally one of the funniest people I know. So thank you for coming on and playing. I appreciate it.
I love you. All right.
Thank you so much. All right, Dave Koechner, everybody.
Peace. Good night.
Peace.
Wow.
It's all.
Well, hey, I've got a lot of editing to do.
I don't think you can. It's out there. All right, listen. Hey, that's the beauty of live,
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Listen, here's the other thing. We talked about this. I love Chappelle's special. I am in a place where I'm like, listen, we're gonna talk. I never want to hurt anybody's feeling or anything, but let's get back to some normalcy where we can all kind of laugh and have a joke. I mean, obviously, Dave Koechner is always joking. He's being funny, so I don't think anything he said was too far out of line.
Look, if you came to this show to get some sort of nugget of wisdom, it is you who needs redirection.
Yeah, he went. He did go a little blue. We don't typically go that blue. But the guy's got 5 kids. He's obviously, there's some stress levels there, and he needed a vent. And honestly, I hope we helped him tonight vent it out a little bit.
Also, he's not playing a character on The Office. That's just him.
He's not playing a character on much. He's just, listen, when people are that funny, they have a natural cadence. I always say him, Harlan Williams. There's a handful of people. They can say any words, and it just comes out funny. And you're like, I've done stand-up shows with Koechner, and it's like, the audience is just mesmerized. And as we all are, there's people like that. When I moved to Hollywood and I was becoming a comic and an actor, I thought I was super funny. And I'm a pretty funny guy. But you see guys, Will Ferrell. I saw him on stage back in the Groundling days. You're like, holy cow. That dude doesn't matter what he says. There's a cadence. There's a weird thing to it where you're like, it's just blindingly funny. So yeah.
You had warned me ahead of time before Dave came in. He's like, when he gets here, just sit down and hang on, and we're going for a ride. And you were not.
He hit it right out of the chute too. I was like,
out of the chute.
I didn't know it was going to be that crazy of a ride, but it was. He's the best, man. So I love that.
It was super fun. It was super good to meet him. So the audience seemed to like it. The fans liked it. Some were a little confused.
Speaking of movies and speaking of dramas, I want to give one little shout out to a movie I did that just premiered on Lifetime. If you guys are, a lot of the girls out there are Lifetime fans. I did a movie called List of a Lifetime. It was originally called Breast Cancer Bucket List. And there's Shannon Doherty, Kelly Hu, Sylvia Kwan, Roxy Shee, who's the director. And it's on Lifetime. It's running this month. It just premiered a couple days ago. And it's super cool because this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the whole Shannon Doherty, who has had breast cancer, it was really cool to work with her again. And I just thought it was very cool to be a part of this crazy project that went out.
And a drama for you too, right?
I know.
Yeah.
It was crazy because we were shooting and the whole time I was like, I'm a comic. And in every scene they were like just tears streaming down their face every take. And I was like, holy cow, these people are really talented actors. And then they turned the camera around on me and they were trying to get me to cry. And I was like looking at my daughter and I like one take, I actually teared up and it came down. And I was like, she goes, cut. And I was almost like, I did it. A tear came down. And she's like, yeah, that was great. That's the master. We're going to punch in now. Can you do it again? I was like, I don't know. And so I tried to muster it again a couple times.
Did it happen again?
I mean, barely, but the great one was in the master. And I couldn't, these people can replicate it every single take. And they were so talented and I was blown away and it was really great. And I did find it, but it was super hard for me. It was like one of the hardest jobs I've ever done to be to cry on cue. It was super hard. I mean, luckily as a parent, I was able to do it more so than before I was, all I did was kind of like think about, Stephanie Bruce, thank you. Yeah, you'll like the movie. It's actually really cool. And it's kind of it's a sweet, sweet little story on Lifetime, but it was really great to do a drama and be like the heavy guy who's like my baby girl. It was good.
And that was Patricia Velasquez from The Mummy, right?
Where? Just
in that picture, isn't that Patricia Velasquez?
Oh, I don't think it is. No.
It looks like her. Are you sure?
I don't know.
On the far right?
No, it's not. She looks just like her. She's way younger, but yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, man, she's holding together.
That was a different girl. Yeah. That was a fun show tonight. We should wrap and get out of here. What else do we need to tell people?
Where you can find us, we're here every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific at facebook.com/The Parents Lounge, youtube.com/Jamie Kaler, and twitch.tv/The TPL Show. You can find our Instagram at The Parents Lounge, and you can find us at Jason Gowin and at Jamie Kaler. And finally, we are on the audio version of the podcast on iTunes and anywhere you get your podcasts.
I don't know if Bob Saget has kids. He said somebody get Bob Saget. Yeah, we'll work on Bob Saget.
I think he does. We got
some other ones. Matt Lesher's coming in from Narcos Mexico.
We have a special Halloween episode coming up.
A very special Halloween episode with some of our favorites. You can tip it.
Yeah, so to good buddy of mine who I actually started down the road of the paranormal with, Greg Newkirk, from Hellier and Haunted Live and a million other paranormal shows. He and his wife Dana, who you've seen in all those things, are coming on here for a Halloween special on the 25th, and they're going to talk to us about kids and hauntings for our special Halloween episode.
That'll be super cool. So we actually have a full month of guests kind of hitting out. Ever since we did the live show, people have been reaching out to come on the show. So we have some really amazing guests coming up, and especially you can see it tonight with Dave Koechner. So that was really fun. All right. Anything else?
No. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Good night, everybody.